team switch sides and get ready to go. Period 2 action coming at you live from the ice stand in Hooksett, New Hampshire. It is the 06 New Hampshire Junior Avalanche trailing the Lovell Knights 1-0, and they have 1 minute and 22 seconds of power play time here to begin the second period. Avalanche controlled much of the first, but saw a bouncing puck trickle past Ben Breen, the goaltender, from the line. And despite their efforts, had nothing to show for a good opening frame. Kelleher stepped up to deflect that puck away. Good pinch on the part of the Knights defenseman. And Lovell being much more aggressive here on the penalty kill as the Avalanche having some trouble moving up ice. Now they'll gain the line. Dropped off. It is kept there by Trudel, the defenseman, coming all the way in from the red. 40 seconds to go in the power play now as it's in deep. Not for long. Up top now, went off the leg of Carey. Right to Martino. He tries to send McKinnon to the cage with a bouncing little pass. Made it to the goaltender before it made to McKinnon, and she will take the liberty to cover it up. Only 2 shots eluded the Knights goaltender in the first period. Both of them went off the post. Ben Breen probably only saw a total of maybe 3 tops, and only the one eluded him, and you can't really fault him for that one because it took about 3 redirections before finding the twine. Here's Crowley, dumped into the zone by the Avalanche, but they're on the wrong side of the red line. So icing will be the call. I think it's safe to say that will negate the power play with a face-off in their own end and only 10 seconds to go. Face-off is to the left. Crowley to take it. Jammed ahead off that draw as he tied his man up, and it'll be carried away to the red line. New Hampshire was clustered up there, so they couldn't do much with the puck. Belleville finding it at the blue line. Can't flip it in deep enough, though. Power play officially over for the Avalanche. They are 0 for 1. And here's a chance now for the Knights. 2-on-1. There's Marshall out wide. Marshall with a shot, and the save is made by Breen. Loose on behind the cage, out in front of the net. Swing and a miss there by the Knight player. Breen had no idea where that puck was, and it was an empty cage. If the player would have shot that puck, now a wraparound chance. Comes back to the line. Big drive. Stopped by Breen. Loose on the goal line, and it's there. It is not in Breen's padding. It's in the net right now. The official lost sight of the puck, but it was loose in the blue paint when the whistle blew. Unfortunately for the Knights, they knocked it in after that. They would have had a serious case. They might even have a case if that puck went in over the line and Breen swept it out. I mean, he was 50% in the net on that play. A little bit of extracurricular activities, too. That was the best flurry of chances we've seen by the Knights thus far. Chaos. Fire drill in front of the New Hampshire net. Forechecking is Cobley. He's got to get onside as Chapman follows up on the puck and dumps it in. The Knights will move it up the left side. Cobley got his stick on that puck, though, at the goal line and is forced to fight for it right now. He goes down onto his knees. 2-on-2 in the corner. Chapman's with him. The fight continues up to the circle where Chapman knocked his man down. No penalty call, but back the other way. Murphy's the only guy back. Engelstad with a shot. Good save and a beauty by Ben Breen. That was a 3-on-1. That puck took some time getting out of the Lovell end. You don't usually see 3-on-1s off those plays. And a shot for the point. Great stop again by Breen. As that one was tipped beautifully from the hash marks. Peterson got a stick on it, and Breen made the stop and was able to hold on. Got a bit of a quick whistle there by the official. Breen was only barely holding onto that puck. Carey decided to let that puck go, and it worked out for him as it cleared the line. Knights turn it back, though, real quick and across the blue line with some speed. Down in below the goal line, they move it. One man in front, two down low. Pass intended for the blue line. It was cut off, though, by New Hampshire's McKinnon. And here he comes, Brett McKinnon to the middle of the ice, right onto a green and yellow tape. And back the other way we go. Engelstad goes into the corner. He's all tied up. Those two go down. Engelstad and wait for the New Hampshire player to get up to identify him. That would be number 20, Andrew Trudel. Back the other way. Here's Carey. He's got McKinnon going to the goal. The pass was high after being deflected. McKinnon gloved it down. Puck comes loose now up to the boards. Here is Trudel joining the play. Flip-it shot blocked by a glove. Still loose, though. Brett McKinnon fighting for it. 2-on-1. Carey joins the fray right now in the right corner. He played it right onto the stick of Temple, though, and the Knights will be able to get out of the zone. Went off the back skate of Marshall. Martino had to wait for his teammates to change before making his own entry. He couldn't. Lovell will come the other way. Dumped in wide of Breen's cage, off the boards. Here's Trudel. He plays it up the right wall, and here come the Avalanche. Belleville moved to the middle, got away from him. Finkelstein played it ahead. Trudel now hammers it off the boards and back in from the other side of the red line. Finkelstein, good pass up and ahead. Here's Temple, tape to tape onto the stick of Marshall at the blue line. Marshall meandering in. Finkelstein now at the point with a shot, deflected in front of the goal, and the tip was just wide. Good hand-eye coordination on these Knights, I'll tell you. A third tip of the game right there that looked pretty darn good. Marshall shoots it in past Murphy and will go on for a change. There's Murphy stopping on his own goal line. He left one in his wake after a little bit of a loop-de-doo, and here he comes. Murphy crisscrossing in the middle and trading with Belleville. Puck pops back to Hamilton. He'll just shoot it in low. Belleville standing still. He doesn't chase after that puck. Instead leaves it to Crowley. Now he's after it. And Crowley had to come all the way across the ice. I don't know, maybe it was something tactically I'm missing there, but it seemed like Caden Belleville would be the most obvious forechecker in that case. Casey Kramer off the boards for Leah Murphy as he was under a bit of a duress. Turnover by Murphy. Knights have a chance here in below the goal line. They got one in the middle, and now it's Finkelstein at the line. And there's a man outside, too. Here's Noonan. His shot. He was all tied up between the hash marks. The Knights are really skating here in the second period, something I didn't think they did in the first. Hamilton goes head over heels as he ran into Tihan by the center ice face-off circle. Here's Finkelstein. He headbands the puck for Eisenstadt, rather. I think I've been saying that name wrong. I apologize to Mr. Eisenstadt. I don't know what I have been saying, but that's the right name. Puck pursued at the New Hampshire end. 8:30 to go here. Back and forth, second period. Knights still leading 1-0 on their first period goal. The defenseman leads the rush. Casey Kramer. He got taken down inside the line. Poirier is the only guy back right now. Some back checkers include Coble and Chapman. And Chapman was the one who ended up with the puck. He drives it into the offensive zone, literally pushing through everybody on that right wall. Taking a few down with him. Ooh, nearly picked off by a pinching Poirier there at the line. He does find the puck in neutral territory. He's under some pressure, though, so he passes back for Trudel. Trudel now for Chamberlain. Goes between his legs before the big man gets taken down. Standing in one spot, just A bit too long there with Chamberlain. Here comes Chapman now. Chapman sends it to the goal for Coble, and it was just a bit too hot to handle and too high to handle for him. There's a man loose at center now. It's Temple. This is actually a 2-on-2, and the Knights stay onside. Hard wrist shot. Got the glass up high and away, and now look here. It's a 3-on-0, and Owen carries in. Scores! Owen Carey gets the goal, and we're all tied up 1-1. A bad change on the behalf of the Knights. Well, I wouldn't say it's a bad change on the behalf of the Knights as the puck came in. It just wasn't very aware play by the Knights player who came in off that right side, and instead of holding on to the puck and waiting for his team to change, he shot it as hard as he could off the glass, and it ricocheted so hard all the way out to neutral territory where 3 Avalanche men in line were waiting. And Crowley gets the goal. Or Carey gets the goal. I apologize. There are a lot of C's on this Avalanche team. Here's a chance now. Here's Carey. And his shot was blocked by Oliveira. Avalanche have changed goaltenders, by the way. Another chance at the side of the cage. And pushing and shoving sees Brent McKinnon go down after the whistle. Thundering pass came from Marchino there down below the goal line. As I was saying, the Avalanche have changed goaltenders. Ben Breen did a dandy job in net, making all the stops he had to keep this game at 1-1. And Riley Pelletier comes in now. They haven't updated the scoreboard yet. As I'm looking down towards Pelletier to our left, still says 1-0. Puck popped up off the shot from Hamilton over to the left side. Hamilton finds it on his stick again now. It is 1-1 now, for the record. Noonan's got to hustle to get this puck out of the zone, and he does. Gets past the scorer's table and shoots it in. Shot right back out, though, by the Avalanche. Knights will take their time and regroup this one. Good zone entry. Here's Engelstadt, or Eisenstadt, rather. That's what I've been saying. It's Engelstadt. Eisenstadt. They're not even that close, are they? Eisenstadt is standing all alone on the left circle. They try to get it to him. It went off the outside of the cage, though. Noonan deflects his puck in below the goal line. Beau Dubois chips it ahead. Here's Crowley. Eisenstadt cut it off in front of his own bench. Still loose there on the half wall. Dubois up. Belleville a push. He can't clear it. Still inside that New Hampshire line. Out of the face-off circle and down to the goal line. Good give and go. And Pelletier makes his first save of the game right there. That was a good-looking play. It kind of developed on its own there for the Knights. I don't think they intended for that to happen, but they had 2 players nicely in line there for a good passing sequence. Dubois had a stutter step to get around a momentous, or a forechecker with momentum there, I should say. Dumped in here by the Knights. Both teams are changing. The Knights more so than the Avalanche. Puck pursued in the corner. Trickles to the middle. Chamberlain finds it. No! Dangerously in front of his own goal there. Chamberlain powering right through another player's stick. Here's Peterson top of the slot. He swung and missed on the puck. Boothie now. Outside, they'll play it down below Riley Pelletier's cage. The Knights moving the puck around well here in the offensive zone. Chamberlain blocked the shot with his glove. Comes back for Kelleher again. And in the slot. Ooh, just overskated there. Again, dangerously in front of the goal was Kramer taking it. Kelleher keeps the puck in. Good shift here. Peterson now working hard in below the goal line. He's got to do battle with Dubois, who won that puck, and it's just going to be shot the length of the ice here by the Avalanche. I mean, if you're looking for a change, that'll do the trick. And the Avalanche did look pretty tired out there, so maybe that is a good tactical play. I don't know if that was by, unfortunately, who shot that puck. It might have been Dubois. I don't think it was. And Brett McKinnon, who just flung it the length of the ice and got a change. Boyer for Cobley. That breakout pass towards the middle of the ice got blocked. Boyer battles for it back, and he's got it. Had to chip it out of the way of Temple for the Knights. The Knights' Temple. Boyer again, under a bit of pressure, throws it to the boards. It's picked up there by Lund. Lund going to the goal, centers it in front, they score! Marshall! What a fine backhander that was. He beats Riley Pelletier up to the blocker side pocket, and the Knights are back in the lead. It's 2-1. Marshall just kind of found it on his stick. And some good hard work in the offensive zone after the New Hampshire goal by Lovell Knights pays off. I'd specifically like to note the patience it takes there for the one stick handle and the backhander. Presence of mind by Marshall to know he had that much time, and he made use of it. Here's Trudel, fluttering slap shot knocked down before it made it to the goal. Trudel's now has to reassume his position at the right post. He kept the puck in well. Carey, the goal scorer for the Avalanche. Couldn't venture deeper into the zone, and now Eisenstadt. He had a man ahead at the blue line. That was Tien. The pass was behind him, though. Speaking of behind a player, Dubois' pass was behind Carey, who's forced to just pitchfork it across the ice in an emergency, or not an emergency, but a frantic play there by Carey. Here comes the defenseman Bluebois charging wide, and he scores! Oh my goodness, in and out by Bo Dubois. I don't think anyone in the building believed that went in, and it did. And the Avalanche have tied the game. Not that hard a shot by Dubois, but he found a hole. Good rush by the defenseman, and with 2:25 left to go in the second period, we're all tied at 2. That's a lot of 2s I just said there. 2 minutes in the second period, and it's 2-2. 2 minutes and 20 seconds, nonetheless. There's Hamilton with that. It's Steve. He's knocked down. No penalty called. Following up is Belleville on the play. Murphy goes to the net. Right in front, Belleville passed it. And Murphy was shoved to the ice before he received the puck. No penalty on that one either. And Murphy's taken down pretty hard there in the corner. Still working hard. Covering his spot at the line is Hamilton dutifully. Can't leave out that syllable. Belleville back for Hamilton. Hamilton, that pass was too high for Casey Kramer to even get a stick on it, and the Knights will work into the zone. Kramer got it back, though. He tried to lead Hamilton up the right side. A second attempt doesn't go. Dropping his stick there was Belleville. Flipping it was Crowley, still loose right in front of us. It'll come back for Kramer again. Kramer standing on his own blue line. Up the right side, it snuck through and into the offensive zone. Pushed deeper by Hamilton. He'll go in on the forecheck right now. One-handed ahead. Murphy pinching at the line and keeps it in with his skate. Flipped out of play by the Knights, and we get a stoppage here. Under a minute to go here in period 2. 56 6/10. On the clock. That's a tongue twister for me with my bit of my lisp. I'm not shy about that, I gotta say. The 6TH is a little difficult for me. This will be an offensive zone draw for the Avalanche, and they'll do it again here. Someone was cheating. The referee all the way out by the blue line is gonna call Costa Cobley out of the face-off circle. Maybe not. Cobley will take the face-off. So I don't know what that was all about. Here's Trudel from the line, and a save was made. Goaltender awfully deep in her net there on that one. And this draw will happen for a 1, 2, 3 third time. Off to the right to the cage. This one to the boards and sent to the net. Swinging shot there. Chapman found it and just puts it to the cage. Now here's Poirier tied up at the line. It'll trickle out to neutral territory for Trudel. Poirier backing up. He finds, looked like Cobley over there on the left side as the Avalanche come into the zone. Chamberlain. Nothing doing for the Avalanche right now. That pass a bit vulnerable, but the Knights get it out. Temple, lead pass for Marshall up the right side. Marshall had it knocked away from him before he got a good shot off. Comes around the boards for Lehan Allen. Allen back in deep. That will do it. All zeros hit the clock. But we are tied at 2 after an eventful second period. Third period coming up next. Stick around. It should be a good one.